Lucid dreaming is fucking terrifying, and you cannot convince me otherwise. Same thing with astral projection. I honestly could not handle it if I was doing either of those things. I hope you read this. I need some clarity, or maybe even Jesus. LOL. I started having some lucid dreams. I was always one who believed in the paranormal from incidents I had when I was younger. About 3 months ago, I had my first events of lucid dreams, and they were happening pretty frequently. The first set of dreams I had, I woke up in an apartment I'm in now, and it was pitch black. I sleep downstairs on the couch. Anywho, I would wake up in my dream and I saw a dark figure standing across the room. I closed my eyes trying to wake up, but I couldn't. I eventually woke up. I went back to sleep, and again, I was stuck in my dream, and again, a dark figure was standing there. I got up off the couch and tried turning on the light, but it wasn't working. So I had some relief realizing it was a dream. I was still pretty spooked. The next day, I had another lucid dream. This time I woke up and the figure was standing at the foot of my bed. I managed to wake up after a while of screaming, trying to bite and wake up. I fell back asleep and I woke up at my old house. I stood up from the ground and saw my dog. She's passed. Then I walked into the kitchen and saw my mom and grandmother standing there. They both have passed. So naturally I was super excited to see them. My mom turned around and saw me. Her face was scared. She was not excited to see me. She looked so concerned as to why I was there. I did not say anything. I immediately felt like I was not supposed to be there. I turned around and laid back on the floor and fell asleep so I couldn't wake up. But I didn't wake up. I woke up in my dream again, but I was in my current apartment, and again there was a dark figure standing next to me just on the other side of the coffee table. I was scared. I tried grabbing my mom's urn for comfort or protection, but it kept moving away from me, just out of my reach, and eventually fell over and her ashes fell out. That was going on for a week of me being stuck in this apartment in the dark, and the lights not turning on. I had my brother's mom cleanse me with Palo Santo because for a while, I was scared to go to sleep. I apologize. There's a lot of errors in here. Not a bad thing. I'm just doing my best to read it. It came back again after a month or so. I was cleansed. I recently came back and I think it's time to cleanse again, but this recent one last week was different. I haven't gotten cleansed yet because I wanted to figure out what was going on. Now I think of communicating with dark figures in my dream. It doesn't sound too smart. Anywho, so last night I was stuck in my dream, but I couldn't wake up. I kept waking up in my dream in my current apartment. It took me 7 tries to finally stand up in my dream. I felt like I was still asleep and so groggy, so I couldn't move in my dream. I'm usually able to stand and walk, but this time it took me a couple of tries. I finally got up, and because I felt so groggy and tired, I thought I was actually awake, but I realized I was sleeping still because again, the light did not work. I did not see any dark shadows or figures around me. It was just me. I write everything in my dream journal with dates. Yesterday I was talking to my brother's girlfriend. She's very sensitive as well to the paranormal things. She told me the same night I was dreaming, stuck in my dream, she had a nightmare of me. She woke up because she thought she heard me screaming. She asked my brother if he heard me screaming. He said no, so they went back to sleep. When she fell asleep, she heard it again and stood up and went to the door. She opened their bedroom door upstairs and saw me standing in the dark speaking a different language, what she thought was different tongues. She said I screamed after I was done, and then she woke up. She didn't tell me now because she didn't want to scare me. A little backstory, I had a dream the second time I got cleansed and I woke up in someone else's apartment. I don't know who they were. I've never seen them in my life. It was dark. I was in their living room and kitchen. I heard them arguing and I started walking to their room. Then they came out and walked past me like I wasn't there. I was dreaming, but it felt so real. I was awake. I was aware. It just tripped me out. I'm thinking maybe I could have been unknowingly astral projecting, but so far everything's been good. Sorry, my story is chopped. I've been reaching out to others on here trying to get help because I don't know what else I can do aside from cleansing because it always comes back. Thank you so much for sending this in. I feel like you should go to someone who analyzes dreams. Because even though this is lucid dreaming, right, and or astral projection, I feel like they could really help you dissect what's happening. Cleansing is always great. Maybe, I don't know what religion you follow, if any, but maybe go to a Catholic church and speak to a priest. I also think that it might be smart to go to a medium because I feel like something or someone is reaching out to you. I don't know what else it can be beyond that. I really feel like something is trying to get your attention because even though you're cleansing, maybe it's like, okay, I'll leave her alone for a little bit because I'm freaking her out and then come back. If it's not trying to hurt you or talk to you, or anything like that. I really feel like whatever it is reaching out to you. And I'm wondering if it's your mom, because the ashes moving away every time that you see this thing, or the one time that you saw it and you're like trying to reach for your mom for protection. I just feel like maybe it's your mom trying to come and speak to you. I'm not 100% sure. I'm sorry that no one else has told your story. I know that there's a lot of different creators on TikTok that absolutely would. You should look into Kaija Spooky Scary Stories. Ashley Inc. is one of the biggest ones as well. Just so then that way you can get some more exposure and maybe some more answers from people who have larger platforms than mine. I'm happy to put this out there, but I really just want you to get the answers that you deserve to have. Update, you guys, my life is literally falling apart. Literally falling apart every single day. I'm truly doing my best to like keep myself together, keep my thoughts together, to keep filming, to keep doing everything that I'm doing and that I have been doing, but it is exceptionally hard. So I appreciate everyone's love and care that you have been sending me, especially in the comments. I just do not have the capacity to respond to all of them right now, and I hate that for me, and I hate that for my followers, because I'm usually very interactive. So just bear with me. If you can't, I understand. And I love you guys. I hope you're having a great day. Bye.